19 middle and high school students compete for the top spot in Gainesville's Really Got Talent show. The judges have narrowed it down to 5 performers. Now you decide who is the winner. Hello everyone, I'm Myra Monroe. Gainesville's Really Got Talent is a show to raise awareness for an important cause. You've probably heard about the PALS program on GTN News. It's a program that promotes an atmosphere in schools where mental illness is understood and where all students feel included and valued. Last weekend, local performers danced and sang their hearts out to win the talent competition, but also to raise awareness for PALS. In the next half hour, you'll see performances by the 5 finalists, and you will get to vote for your favorite. But first, a little about the program they're supporting. I got to see the program in action at Fort Clark Middle School and meet some of the students involved.
Everybody raise your hand that's ever been bullied, ever been teased in their entire lives, okay? So everybody gets picked on.
By the time most children reach middle school, they know how it feels to be picked on.
Not hurtfully, but probably like on a daily basis, and then sometimes it's meaningful.
I have a friend that doesn't go here anymore because one of the main reasons that she was being bullied, and it hurt me so much just to see how sad she was, and people didn't know what an impact it was making on her life.
These students at Fort Clark Middle School have decided not to stand by and watch others get singled out by their classmates. They're doing something about it.
I saw this girl picking on 2 other girls younger than her, and it made me kind of feel sad, so I talked to the girl the next day, and I kind of told her about how bullying works and why you shouldn't do it.
That's what the PALS program is all about. Being a friend to any student who needs one, making sure no one is left out and no one is singled out. PALS stands for Partners in Adolescent Life Support. The program relies on support from Shands at Vista. Coordinator Susan Garcia meets with the PALS group regularly to talk about strategies to combat bullying.
Why do you think people bully other kids? Why do they do that? Stephen?
Maybe because they feel insecure about himself.
28 students make up the PALS program. Faculty and staff at the school nominated the students, and each wrote an essay explaining why they should be a role model. Principal Donna Kidwell remembers the students who started the program and the impact it's having.
Shannon and her group of peers that she hung with, unusual in that they were popular, they were smart, they were with it, they were up to date, but they were very compassionate and empathetic at the same time. There was a social situation, and they wanted every kid to come to the dance, and they encouraged everyone to come, and they would dance in big groups.
The program has spread to include 5 Alachua County schools, and there's no telling how many lives have been touched.
Me and my friend went up to some kid that was standing over there, and we talked to him. Yeah, by himself, and we talked to him, and I think we made a difference.
Now let's bring on the talent. The first of our 5 finalists is a senior at St. Francis High School. Marley Triggs will perform More Like Her. Thanks, Marley. We have more great performances by Alachua County students coming up, but first, here's a look at some of the businesses who support the PALS program.
Inspired by the flavors of Italy, Pomodoro Cafe brings authentic Italian dishes and family-friendly prices to Gainesville. Pomodoro's is the best deal in town for fresh and flavorful Italian food, hot entrees, classic pastas, crisp salads, and gourmet pizzas. Call Pomodoro Cafe and order your favorite menu items for takeout. For the most affordable and mouth-watering deals, view weekly specials at PomodoroCafe.com. The best deal in town is at Pomodoro's, off I-75 at 39th Avenue. Ciao!
The Ballyhoo Grill, Gainesville's Floridian experience, located on West University, less than 3 miles from Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Come enjoy our friendly atmosphere, excellent menu, and professionally made cocktails. With oak-grilled steaks, freshly cut seafood, and a sushi bar staffed by our highly skilled chefs, the Ballyhoo Grill is your destination for food, friends, and fun. We have happy hour every afternoon from 2 to 7 p.m. and a seat waiting for you here at the Ballyhoo Grill, Gainesville.
The Food for Kids backpack program of North Florida is growing to meet the needs of our community. We're thankful for your generous contributions and our partnership with the Bread of the Mighty to help feed hungry children in our area. 1 out of 5 children in county schools are affected by poverty, and many go hungry on the weekends because there's not enough food in the home. For just $6 per week, Food for Kids sends a backpack of food home each Friday. For more information, visit foodforkidsbackpackprogram.com. Together,
we can make a difference.
Every day, GTN is all about coverage. Coverage of breaking news and important local stories.
It's a big world, a sometimes complicated world, at times uplifting and at times devastating. It's important to get that range of emotion and bring it home so we can all share it together.
As journalists, we dig for details, taking the time to do it right.
It's a challenge we meet daily, serving you the big stories and the forecast you need to plan your week.
One network, one team. We're GTN News, and we're working for you.
For the past 45 years, Santa Fe College has grown to become a national leader in transferring students to universities and for preparing students for technical careers demanded in today's marketplace. Santa Fe offers bachelor's degrees, associate's degrees, and more than 95 fast-track and career and technical programs, including medical records transcribing, internet services technology, aviation sciences, and EMS. Visit us online at sfcollege.edu. Santa Fe College, smart choice.
Gas prices are affecting everyone. This May, GTN News is filling up your tank.
Here you go, Mark. Thanks, GTN News.
Just watch the 5:30 and 11 o'clock editions of GTN News weekdays on CBS 4. When you see the gas tank, be the first caller and name the GTN News personality of the day to win a $100 gas card. GTN News is working for you and putting gas in your car. Find out more at mygtn.tv.
Welcome back, everyone. So often we hear stories in the news about tragedies where students feel misunderstood by their classmates and it leads to terrible actions. That's what PALS is trying to prevent.
One morning at a local high school, a student came in to see a PALS counselor and reported to her that she was very worried about a friend who had told her that he was thinking of hurting himself. A few minutes later, a teacher came in to express concern about the very same student. She explained that the night before she was driving over a bridge and saw him at the top of the bridge. A few minutes later she drove back by that very same spot and now saw the student leaning over the bridge. As she drove home, she just had a very bad feeling about it, and first thing came to see the PALS counselor in the morning. Well, the PALS counselor went and located that student with the help of the other student, and that student disclosed that yes, indeed, he had planned to jump off the bridge last night, and that in fact he decided that the last minute was going to wait until he could take out the students who were causing him so much pain by their relentless bullying, and had a loaded gun in his car, and he was on his way out to get it when they met up with him. So because the PALS counselor was at that school, a school shooting was averted, perhaps within minutes.
I felt like something had to change at my high school. I wouldn't have been surprised in one of our drills to leave the school that someone had become fed up and, you know, done something drastic. these school shootings were all over the news. So when you're watching the nightly news over dinner, and you're seeing these sad stories of these kids, this person had been made fun of for so long because of their trench coat or whatever, and they had been isolated, and they had written poems about killing themselves and were just put in detention for it. I think it becomes so transparent that it was handled the wrong way. Everything seemed to be kind of falling apart in these schools. And I would look around and I would see a kid sitting by himself, and I would think, well, that's why. I would just talk about, why can't we just change the atmosphere in the school? Why can't we just let people know that they're not alone? So I wrote a grant for it and got the grant, and it was $100,000. And that's how PALS started.
In my own friend circle, there's a kid who, if it wasn't for PALS, he probably wouldn't be here today.
There's some reason that you choose the circle of friends that you choose.
I didn't have time to be worrying about what another girl said or, what these boys wanted from me. All I had was the fact that I wanted to become someone better.
When I first met her, this little girl did not tell me anything, and within a month, she was writing some of the most beautiful poetry I've ever seen in my life.
Instead of feeling stress and anxiety, come and talk to someone.
The Character Building Club greeting is closed fist for solidarity and the letters CBC.
PALS, we're here to listen.
I mean, the ultimate goal would be to expand it further, because these issues are not just something that Gainesville, Florida deals with. With more recognition, with more support, I really think that this program can go beyond things that I couldn't even imagine naming now.
Now it's time for more talent. Our next performer is a 9th grader at Eastside High School. Elijah Irely will perform an Irish step dance to real rhythm. Thanks, Elijah. Remember, you